Welcome to the Visa Mo, Sagot Ko, ang kauna-unahang lingguhang talakayan ng mga bagong balita at batas ukol sa Australian Migration Law and Process. Tuwing Miyerkules 6 to 6:30 ng gabi mula sa AusPac Visa. AusPac Visa is a trusted Australian migration agency for Filipinos all over the world. AusPac Visa is the home for all Filipino professionals, skilled workers, partners, families, students, graduates, and trainees who want to visit, live, work, and permanently stay in Australia. Makipanayam dito sa Visa Mo, Sagot Ko, ang kalahating oras na talakayan ng mga balita, batas, proseso, at mga isyung tungkol sa pag-a-apply ng Australian Visa. Kasama niyo po si Teresa Cardona, Director, Lawyer at Registered Migration Agent mula sa AusPac Visa sa Brisbane, Australia. Paalala lang po na ang mga talakayan at mga impormasyong mababanggit sa programang ito ay sa pawang mga impormasyon lamang at hindi payong legal at hindi rin at walang kinalaman sa mga personal at natatanging sitwasyon ng mga nanonood at nakikinig. Ang Australian Immigration Law ay madalas na nagbabago kung kaya't makabubuti na ugaliing magsayasat at humingi ng payong akma sa inyong pansariling pangangailangan. At ngayon, live mula sa Brisbane, Australia, ang inyong host at tagapagtalakay ng mga balita, issue, batas at proseso na nauukol sa Australian Migration and Visa Application, Teresa Cardona, Director, Lawyer, and Registered Migration Agent from AusPac Visa.
Hello, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Magandang tanghali para dun sa ating mga audience na baka nasa ibang lugar. And magandang tanghali para dun sa mga nasa Philippines. Ang student visa ay napakasalimuot, napaka-interesting, napakamakulay, at maraming mga pangyayari itong mga ito. No? So student visa, gano'n na ngayon ang refusal or approval rates? No? Do you know that in 2020-2021, nung meron pang COVID, alam nyo kung gaano kataas ang approval ratings ng mga nag-apply ng student visa? You will not believe it, but it's 96.8% visa grants. So kaya nga yung mga aplikante ko noon, sabi niya, paano papasok? Sarado naman, ganyan, at paano mangyayari? So I encourage them to apply because that's the best time to apply, even if you can't enter Australia, because you can start your study while offshore online. And then pagbukas, saka papasok. So, nakabahagi kami doon sa 96.8 visa grants in the 2020-2021. But then what happened in 2022? Ngayon, kaya may mga changes, no? And you can see na pagkatapos ng napakahabang pag-aantay sa pagpoproseso ng student visa, there came a lot of visa grants and also a lot of visa refusal. Now, at the moment, there are different processing centers for Philippine applications. So, yung iba, pinaprocess sa Manila, and some of them are being processed in Jakarta. Now, what's the refusal rating at the moment? This is unofficial. So what I'm going to give you in terms of percentage is unofficial. So wala pang official release ang immigration. But from the trend, they're saying that it's 55% refusal and 45% approval. It's still good kasi kalahati. No? Kaya mapansin nyo, kalahati, hindi, kulang sa kalahati yung approval, mas marami pa rin yung refusal, no? Kasi it's around 55%. And also, maraming refusal galing sa Jakarta processing centers, no? But anyway, it is what it is. So ingat pagka mag-a-apply ng student visa, and then make sure that you have addressed all the things that is required of your application. Now, question there is, ano ngayon yung mga problema? What are the common reasons for the refusal? Okay? Alam niyo to, yung mga nag-apply ng student visa, alam niyo to kung ano yung mga reasons or kung pwedeng ano yung maging dahilan, no? Usually, the case officer will only have to come back quote your GTE statement. So remember what I've said, GTE statement is the core requirement of your student visa application. Now, what are the reasons usually given by the case officer? So one, you have not properly addressed the long gaps in your studies. So nangyayari ito kapag yung mga nag-a-apply, 10 years ago yung huling attendance nila dun sa kanilang huling pag-aaral, tapos biglang mag-aaral ngayon. Now, what the case officer wanted to see is what happened to you during that time, from the last time you attended the school and now you coming back to school. So, minsan hindi yun na-articulate sa inyong GTE. So, be watchful of that. It doesn't matter if the gap is 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You still have to tell. You still have to say whatever happened to you. Okay? And then second common reason is there's no strong ties with your home country. So ito yung laging nakikita ng immigration. Na kapag ka wala kang stronger ties sa iyong sa Philippines, then they start to doubt your genuineness as a student applicant. So what are the strong ties that you could be having? So for example, your job. So if you have a permanent job and if there's a prospect of promotion, then that's one thing that you would want to go back to the Philippines, or probably merong malaking perang nag-aantay sa iyo that you can spend in the business, or merong project plan na naka-prepare na for you. It's just really a matter of you getting the qualification and things like that. And of course, your family would be one of the strongest ties that you have. Your bank account, your assets, your properties in the Philippines, and the career that you have established in the Philippines. And then another reason is you failed to actually do a thorough research on the value of the course. No? So thorough research meaning, have you actually looked at the programs that are available in the Philippines before you go, before you shift to Australia? So, tingnan mo muna, pareho ba itong kinukuha kong course at available ba ito sa Philippines? Now, saan sa Philippines makukuha yung mga courses na yon? And ngayon, kung available siya, ba't hindi ka dyan mag-aral? Why do you need to go to Australia to study that? So, you have to articulate that. And then also another reason is you fail to convince the case officer about your claims, no? So yung iba, maraming nag-iisang anak ako, tagapagmana ako ng ganyan, meron kaming assets, ganito yung tinitira namin, and yet you did not put anything as evidence for all the claims, no? So remember that GTE is not just a statement. GTE must be supported by whatever you claim. So pag sinabi mong nag-claim ka na, halimbawa sinabi mong graduate ka ng ganyan, 2 courses, then you have to present your 2 courses. If you're saying that, okay, your parents are known in the community, the family is known in the community, you have this, you have that, then you have to present it so that you can convince the case officer that what you're saying is true and correct. And of course, another thing is lacking support dun sa mga nag-claim ng de facto relationships. Na? So akala nila, pagka may partner sila ngayon, magkasama sila ngayon, you only have to say na, okay, may de facto ako, no? And then you will just have to show na by asking your friends to make a statement for you. Now, that is not enough because it's not enough because there's a definition of a de facto relationship. So, meron tayong mga criteria na tinitingnan yung immigration. And normally, normally kapag ka de facto claims, you have to meet the 12 months cohabitation relationship. So meaning, nagsama kayo ng 12 months or registered ang inyong relationship. But you still have to address the 4 aspects of de facto relationship, okay? And that's why some of the application are getting refused. Yung isa approve, yung asawa hindi, because they failed to address the de facto relationship. And then you probably have a stronger connection to Australia than your home country, no? So diyan lumalabas kasi nandiyan yung kapatid mo sa Australia, nandiyan na yung tita mo, nandiyan na yung lola mo, nandiyan na yung nanay mo. So ano pa ngayon ang uuwian mo sa Philippines? again, you have to balance. No, when you do your GTE, you have to balance those things. Strong connection, strong reasons to go to Australia, and that is to study, to stay temporarily, to upgrade your skills, upgrade your qualification, to learn English, to be more competitive. All those things, that those are already given when you go to a place like Australia. But then you have to convince the immigration, why is this important for me in my career, and why what could be the reason why I would only be staying in Australia temporarily and I will have to go back to Philippines. Okay? So that's it for student visa refusal and approval rating and GTE. So marami na ba tayong tanong? Maraming questions sa student. Okay, so I think I will have to answer those student visa questions before I go somewhere else. Okay? Teka, balikan natin. Malayo na nga ata. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Edna is here. Good evening, ma'am. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Who else? Okay. So, Happy Malari Unay is asking if the student is taking up master's degree, it is still possible to pay the tuition from the part-time work. Okay. That's beyond visa application or visa processing. But anyway, kaya ba nabayaran ng part-time job yung masters? Palagay ko kaya. Kung magtatrabaho, of course. But remember, okay, so assuming that you are allowed to work 20 hours a week and you are earning the basic and the minimum would probably be $25 an hour. So if you're working 20 hours a week and you're earning $25 an hour, how much would that be? That's around about $400, right? Around $400. Times 52, that will be how much? Kano na yun? Help me. So, yeah, 400 times 52 weeks. So 52 means I'm saying 52 weeks. So that would be maybe around about 30,000 a year. Then you calculate. Ikaw na yung mag-calculate. Magkano yung tuition fee mo ng masters, magkano yung living cost mo, and all those things. Yeah. Ikaw na yung bahalang mag-calculate doon. We're not going to do the calculation for you, but I think that's the way you will need to work out kung kaya ba o hindi. Okay? And then si Renz Ram Ramos, hi po, good afternoon ma'am. Ask ko lang kung may chance pa po ang application namin as tourists. Kasi po na-refuse kami this month lang. Well, to ask me, of course, I don't know kung merong pang chance, but there's always a chance with a reapplication and even in the appeal. So, depending on the merit of your application. So, kung ano man yung nilagay nyo doon, baka merong mga areas na hindi na-articulate, merong mga areas na hindi na ipakita sa immigration, o may areas na hindi kompleto. Kung merong chance, of course, there's always a chance. Sabi nga nila, no, yung second try always gets second chance, no. But then you have to do it right when you do it again, no. And also for tourist visa, may mga tingnan niyo mabuti yung yung refusal letter sa inyo, no. You have to be really objective about your application. Wag masyadong emotional, wag masyadong subjective. Tingnan niyo kung may katotohanan yung sinasabi ng case officer. Kung sinasabi ng case officer na hindi pa siya kumbinsido because you haven't established yourself in the Philippines in terms of your career, have a look. Baka 3 years nga lang talaga yung kanyang career sa Philippines. So maybe not this year, maybe next year. So ganoon, no? Pero kung mali yung case officer sa pagkakita ng ganon at hindi mo lang din kasi na ipresenta sa kanila, then yeah, mas malakas yung chance na pag nag-apply ng tourist visa, you get it in the second try. Okay, si John Roy Parkalin Habana. Ma'am, good day po. Napanood ko po yung vlog nyo about sa sponsored visa ng employer. Meron pong mag-sponsor sa akin sa Narrabeen, Western Australia, sheep farm. Pwede ko po ba i-recommend ang ang employer ko sa inyo. Salamat po. Yes, of course. Yeah, you can recommend us. We have done a lot of labor agreements, and we have done direct TSS for A2 visa. And possibly if they want to go DAMA, we can also make arrangements for DAMA. But we will have to see kung ano yung kailangan nila at kung ano yung requirements nila, and then we are going to tell them which pathway is better. But I'm thinking it would probably be going to labor agreement kung nasa farms, okay? But yes, definitely it can be done. You can ask your employer to contact us, and we can talk. Okay. Rina Garcia Cruz, question: student is taking up master's degree and is already onshore doing the study, but would like to shift to bachelor or diploma in totally different career. Okay, ang question niya siguro doon, pwede ba yung ganoon? Now, if you came in master's degree, that's a postgraduate sector. It was a little bit lenient when the visa was granted to you. But if you're moving down to bachelor or was to diploma, then you will need to make an application for a new student visa, because it doesn't fit anymore. Kung ano yung mga sinabi mo noon, hindi na ganun. Plus, you're moving to a different sector na mas mababa, and then you will be reassessed by the department. Also go back to your GTE. So I think the challenge there would be the GTE, kasi marami kang nilagay dun sa una mong GTE, and you were able to convince the case officer that you're coming for masters and now moving to another sector. I would probably not be very worried if you're moving to health and medical sector, yung mga nasa critical list, because that is the priority now. But I'll be worried if you're doing the vocational program that's totally not related to whatever you've done in the Philippines, whatever you started here, and whatever you put in your GTE. Okay? Okay, so Kai Tan, hi, happy. Andito na ako sa Australia. As of now, okay. Hi, happy, nandito na ako, Australia. As of now, kaya kaya almost everyday ko talaga dapat mag-work. Okay. So sinasagot niya yung okay, sinasagot niya yung tanong. Thank you very much for sharing that, Kai. So sabi niya, kaya daw, pero almost everyday ka dapat talagang mag-work kasi unlimited pa work ka. So by June 30, 2023, they will limit again the working hours. Okay. Thank you for the contribution, Kai. That's very much appreciated. Okay, so you get it from another student visa holder. So at least there is the practical and personal experience. Okay, so nag-usap na sila. All right. Never mind. Okay, so I'm choosing all the questions. Hi, attorney, from Janet Salvio. Hi, attorney, can I come together with my husband if taking Vitas's course? Yes, that is allowed. Marami naman nagpupunta rito na magkasama yung asawa, even if it's in vocational program. But then you have to justify why. And again, you will have to come back to your GTE statement at kung ano yung mga claims nyo. Yes, possible yun, but you will have to justify those things. Okay, Ann Bautista Ramos, true po ba na less chance ma-approve pag 30, pataas na po ang age? Yes, actually, especially in the vocational sectors, no, because they only want, they prefer students under 29 years old, because it appears that, under 29 years old, studying in Australia would still be consistent to whatever they've done in the Philippines and to their career path. It's so hard to actually convince the immigration if you're 40 years old and you're still getting the vocational program and that you haven't done anything in your career, and then suddenly in your GTE you're thinking about all your career. So, medyo mahirap yun. Yep. Okay, so Nael Antonino, hi ma'am, tanong ko lang po, I want to apply a student visa. Okay lang po ba na ang nakalagay sa certificate of employment ko is mortgage, pero di po siya nagamit sa pag-loan? I'm not so sure why is it in the certificate of employment. kung mortgage pero hindi nagamit sa loan, are you referring to bank certificate instead of bank certificate of employment? So I think yun yung ano mo na, yun yung tanong mo. Kung hindi nagamit, why is it not used? Kasi pagka na-approve ka ng mortgage, that's good for you. Now, pag na-approve ka ng loan, that's good for you. That means you have the capacity to pay because no bank will actually give you a loan kung wala kang capacity to pay. Pero kung nag-apply ka tapos hindi mo ginamit, what happened? Okay? Baka naman binawi ng bangko yung binigay nilang mortgage sa'yo. So, depende kung ano yung circumstances. Depende kung ano yung nangyari. Okay. So, moving on. Okay, so I think that's it. So, Russell, tita, ask ko lang po, Papa is now permanent. Ano pong visa para sa kapatid kong bunso na 21 years old para ma-permanent din po? I'm not so sure, Russell. So, you have to go to for a consultation because your story and the story of your father is complex. So, I don't want to say anything that's probably not correct in live like this. Okay, so come to the office and see me so that we can talk about it. And if you want to contact us, just email us admin@auspecvisa.com.au. If you want to see us, don't walk in because you will be disappointed. We're actually sending them away when they come because really we have to concentrate on the paperwork that we have on a daily basis. Unless you have an appointment, that means we're ready to actually, leave the papers on the side and then put our attention to you. Okay? So you have to make an appointment if you want to come in the office. And if you want to see me in Zoom, you can make a booking. Just email admin@auspecvisa.com.au and then say that you wanted to make an appointment with me. Okay? So that's it for now, and thank you very much for all of you who have spent 1 hour with us today. So hopefully we can do this another session next month. We can't do every week anymore. So next month, I'll see you for another updates and episode of Visa Mo, Sagot Ko. Maraming salamat po, and hope to see you next month. Okay, bye!